and welcome back to another episode. Terrifying koala aside, I have found myself in Dad's Well Bridge. I'm about 20 minutes out from my destination. I'm heading to a free camp on a lake. It's called Taylor's Lake, and it's sort of just outside Horsham, I think. So I'm just off the Western Highway at the moment. It's got to be one of the worst roads in Australia as well. The ride has been so rough. But I'm just a couple of hours from home doing a little weekend solo camp, kid-free, and it's about a week out from Christmas as well. So the road has been surprisingly quiet. So either people have already done a lot of moving around or that hasn't started yet. But yeah, heading to a lake tonight. Then my plan is to make my way into the Grampians National Park and do some spots I haven't been to before. A couple of waterfalls, maybe some walks, and then find another bush camp in there for the night. And then I think rain is coming towards the end of the weekend, so it'll probably be head home on Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know, we'll see how we go. Today is warm, very humid, super overcast. It's rained a couple of times as well on the drive out, but the more like northwest sort of I'm heading, it's definitely getting hotter. So I hope we can swim in this lake, because I'm not too far out, and I should be pretty quick set up as well because it's just me. So hopefully this is a good one. There's probably hundreds of videos on YouTube about the Grampians and the main attractions that people come to the Grampians for. This is not going to be one of those videos. We've been out here quite a few times, and I'm probably not going to hit like Mackenzie Falls, the Pinnacle, the balconies, those kind of spots. I'm going to go to some places I haven't been to before. So yeah, hopefully you find this interesting. And let's jump back on to the highway and make our way out to the lake, set up and get a margarita happening, I reckon. I am sweating. That took me way longer than I would like to admit, probably. It's been a long time since I've set up the old dome tent, Kmart special. Our swag was lent out for the Christmas break, and I gave Dad's back when I took the van down to the peninsula. So luckily we had this backup tent, but I kind of don't mind it actually. It was a big space saver in the car, and it's easy for me to roll up on my own, and I don't need to climb on the roof of the car either. So I'm pretty happy with my little setup. The awning out. This is an awesome campground. There's heaps of these fire pits and picnic tables. There's boat ramps like on both sides, and that beautiful view of the Grampians in the distance. And you can swim here and you can have dogs. There's also drop toilets here, and it's really clean and tidy. And quite a few spots to pick from, but everyone's like sort of respectfully spread out, which is nice. Alright, this is me for the night. I'm gonna have girl dinner and a margarita and just enjoy this. Alright, I've got my camping margie. This is what I used. Fave tequila. Bought that at Dan Murphy's. It's alright. It doesn't have enough bite for me. I like it a bit more sour. And I used my protein shaker to shake it up, which I thought was a handy little hack. I mean, it's refreshing, it's delicious. But yeah, a little bit more sour is my preferred margie taste. And I'm just contemplating if I should go for a dip. I went to those drop toilets over there. They are some of the cleanest drop toilets I've ever visited. This is a really nice, tidy campsite. Obviously, like Grampians Water or whatever manage this area, so I think they check on it pretty regularly, and there's rules about you know, what activities you can do and animals, and it's obviously sadly a duck hunting lake, so there are different rules for different times of the year when it's duck season. So I guess if you're into that, maybe this is somewhere you'd want to come. I am not into that, but they apparently do that out here. The water was really fresh, but and the air is so hot out here still. It doesn't look it, but it's pretty bloody balmy and quite breezy. I hope my car warning will be alright out overnight. Time will tell. Yeah, the water is lovely. But the wind picked up and filled my cocktail full of sand, so there's that. Sun sets on my first solo camp, literally my first ever solo camp, in the car, and without kids or mates or anything. I keep seeing big cracks of lightning on the other side of the lake as well. And I did just have a quick look at the Vic emergency app, and there is currently a fire which is contained, but in the Grampians National Park. This is almost the same thing that happened last year, around almost to the day. There was dry lightning that started a massive, massive fire which burnt for a really long time. So fingers crossed nothing like that happens. If for whatever reason tomorrow morning I can't go over there, then it's going to be hang out by the lake and swim and just enjoy the sun and the peaceful vibes, and that would be okay too. Well, I'm all packed up, and it was actually so easy to pack up that little tent by myself. Everything's back in the car. I've been for a quick dip after getting a bit hot and dusty with the pack up. This place, it's up there as one of the best free camps I've stayed at in a long time. It has really good facilities. The lake is beautiful. Apart from the hectic bird activity, it's really quiet. It does get checked regularly, because last night when I was just sitting there having a beer and reading my book, the Grampians water dude was driving through chatting to people and stuff. So like it's quite safe, and I don't think it's the kind of spot where you're going to get people just being feral, if you know what I mean. I've just stopped already. I'm just about to jump onto Mount Zero Road. So, oh God, radio. Like just inside the Grampians National Park now. And like already, the rock formations and stuff over here are so cool. So I've just pulled over to take some photos. But it's also nice that I can just like pull over, stop wherever I want, take my time, take photos, get the shot, do all that. Yeah, this is so cool out here. and the weather is absolutely beautiful today. So I'm excited. Let's go. So first detour, which I think this is going to be the kind of day where I'm just going to detour wherever I want. But just driving along Mount Zero Road and came to an intersection that said Galton Gorge, and it's only a 330 metre walk from the car park. There's a little picnic area. And it was only, I don't know, like 200 metres off the road as well. So quick little side trip, and we'll see what Galton Gorge looks like. Wow, I could imagine in a heavy rain there would be water pouring down here. It's pretty cool. The track's kind of keeps going up as well, so I'm not sure, there's not much like signage or anything, but kind of follow these rock steps. I think it continues up. It's feeling a bit snaky today, and I've only got Crocs on. And every time I think about snakes, I definitely see them. Got the heart going a bit. When you get to the top here, the track kind of disappears, and it is, if it was wet, it would be so slippery, so just be careful. I would not allow my kids to come up this high, but what a view. And yeah, if it was raining, it'd be like a big cascade coming off these rocks, which would be really cool to see as well. Down we go. Just pulled up at the Beehive Falls car park. It's not too far from where I just was. This area is called Rose's Gap, and it's a 1.4k walk, so a little bit further than the last walk. So I just grabbed a drink and stuff this time. Probably should have bought a first aid kit just in case, but never mind. Oh, every time I get the snake vibes, one just is. Every time. Ask my sister. She gets spider vibes. Spiders everywhere. I get the snake vibes. Snakes. Little brown snake in the middle of the track. I kind of wish I'd filmed it. He was cute. But, yeah. Lucky I'm watching where I'm going. I'm not actually hopeful that there'll be that much water in these smaller falls, because all the kind of creek beds and stuff I've driven over, and then obviously that last gorge does have water in it seasonally, but it might be already too dry to see any water in these falls. Just see what it's like when we get there, I guess. This track is following a dry creek bed, so I think I already know the answer. I don't reckon there's going to be any water in this fall, which is pretty disappointing. That last little bit is a climb. There's a cool cave there that some flogs have written their names in it, which I can't stand. But basically, this is Beehive Falls. It's beautiful up here, but I know, like, I can hear the smallest trickle of water. But after it rains, I reckon this would be absolutely magic. So that's it, Beehive Falls. This track obviously continues on to some other points of interest and stuff as well. There's the little trickle there. this one. Once again, I don't know how much water will actually be in the falls, if any. The only like running creek, and that was actually a bit low as well, was the one back at Zumsteins. Every other water source seems to be pretty dry, so let's hope there's a little trickle of water in this one. Alright, well that's a good sign. This one's definitely got some flowing water. Oh, just a little bit of a rocky climb down. The sign at the start of that trailhead's just did make mention about slippery rocks and uneven surfaces, and watch your kids if you bring them on a trail like this, because there is lots of opportunity to find yourself in trouble. But this is beautiful. That's nice. It's a beautiful spot. Not suitable for kids. Oh, I'd be stressed if mine were here. Far too slippery, rocky, too many edges to fall off. I mean, look at that. Amazing. What a lovely home for a lizard. They are just living their best life up here. Alright, so I took this little short Zumsteins four-wheel drive track here. The gate was open, and then jumped onto Rose Creek Road, and I'm currently at Burrong Falls here. Oh, it's not really focusing, but I really wanted to do Wallaby Rocks four-wheel drive track, and I've just driven past one end of it with a road closed sign on it. So now I have to find, I don't know, somewhere else to go. So I got turned around a bit because of that track closure, so I actually have found myself at the Reeds Lookout, so I may as well have a quick peek because it's a pretty epic spot. So let's have a look. There's a fire watchtower up here as well. Right, well, after sitting on the side of the road and looking at the map for a while, and then weighing up my options about where I was going to camp for the night, I found myself back at the lake that I stayed at last night, which I'm not mad about because this is a really nice spot. It's a little bit busier tonight and I couldn't get back into the same spot that I was in yesterday. So I'm back in the park after being at the lake again last night, and I've got a tag along today, so I'm going to attempt to do another four-wheel drive track, or hopefully see if it's open. So just turned off, I don't know, it was a unnamed track, the signpost was gone, just before getting into Zumsteins, and now we're just sort of skirting around, I guess, the west side of the Grampians. It's raining today, which I knew that was coming, so hopefully it doesn't get too muddy and slippery out here. I'm excited to check out something new and make the most of the end of the weekend. Well, today is a lot different from yesterday. Yesterday I swam in waterfalls and it was bloody hot, and I'm pretty sure I got a bit sunburnt. And today is pissing down rain and I'm wearing a coat. Oh, there's actually some other cars on the track here. Alright guys, well that is the end of my little Grampians episode. It was a bit of a weird one. It was disappointing that a lot of the roads, tracks, even walking trails and different campgrounds were all closed. I'm guessing since the fires, they just haven't been able to make sure stuff's safe, and there's a bit of infrastructure and stuff that was burnt. But I did what I came to do, which was those two waterfalls and some nice drives in the bush, and I've just pulled into Halls Gap, which I wasn't planning on coming here, but yeah, did a little tag along drive today, and the kids wanted ice cream, so we finished up in Halls Gap, and I'm just at the sort of iconic sporting oval that's got its residents kangaroos. So this is an awesome little town to check out, and you should definitely come here if you're coming to the Grampians for the first time. The kangaroos are pretty much always here on this oval, and you've just got this amazing scenery on both sides of town, and then access to walking tracks and some of the real popular spots, photo op spots to visit. So, and it's a beautiful drive across the top. But thanks for watching. I'm going to jump in the car and back on the Western, head home, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow if you haven't already.